Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to the Dandelion Mathematics series. And today's video will be a really nice and easy videos because what we're going to do in this video is just to solve some simple problems and to give you a brief idea of what might the arithmetic sequence problem looks like in your test. Okay, so we're just going to do a few problems, nice and easy, don't panic. Okay, so let's get straight to it. The first question says, an arithmetic sequence, blah, blah, blah. That will be the sequence right there. And then the first one is we're going to find a common difference D. So when we're doing the common differencing, we're just going to find two consecutive terms. What does it mean by consecutive? They're next to each other. So for example, this two, or this two. So we're just going to find the difference between them, and they should be the same because it's called a common difference. So 6 minus 2, 4. That will be 4. That will also be 4. So D equals to 4. And when you're doing the common difference, always remember that you are going to use the next term minus the previous term. You don't use the previous term to minus your next term. That's not going to work. So you only use the next term minus your previous term. And just remember that. Okay. The next one, the 10th term in the sequence. So when we're trying to find a specific term in an arithmetic sequence, we only have one choice, and the choice is an equals to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. When we're going to find a specific term, that's what we do. Okay, so the 10th term, which means that the n equals to 10, so a10. Equals to a1 was a1, that would be 2, and plus n equals to 10, so that would be 9. 9 times the common difference d, 4, and that will be 38. That's the answer. Okay, the question C, the sum of the first 10 terms. Okay, so we're going to find the sum. So we know there are two formulas for us to find the sum. The first one includes n, it includes a1, it includes an. The second one, it includes a1, it includes n, it includes d. So which one are we going to use? Both of them will work. But when you are trying to use the sum formula, just remember that sometimes you have to choose one of them because the other one won't work. But in this case, fortunately, they will both work. So let's just use the first one. So that will be n times a1 plus an over 2. So that will be, the n is 10, a1, say 1 again, okay, that will be 2, plus an, what is a10, what is a10? That will be 38, okay, 38 over 2, and that will be our answer because I'm too lazy. So I'm not going to calculate it here, sorry. And you just have to know the thought process, like how to get to your final solution. Okay, then we're going to do the second question here. So the third term in an arithmetic sequence, the U3 is 7. The common difference of the sequence D is 3. Okay. And the first one, we're going to find the first term in the sequence. So what are we going to do? So when you see like in a question that they give you like U3, or like the third term is like U3, and then the fifth term, or like the 10th term, 100th term, 1,000th term, or like 583, like those kind of things. One of the approach is that you are going to rewrite that term in another form. And what I mean by another form is that, so U3 equals to U1 plus 3 minus 1 times D. So U3 is 7, U1, that's what we're trying to find, and 2 times D. What is D? That will be 3. So U1 equals to 7 minus 6, which is 1. So U1 is 1. Really? Oh, that's such a nice answer. Okay, U60. So we're finding a specific term here. Then what we're going to do, we use our general term formula, and that will be n equals to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so here we already know a1, we know n, and we know our common difference d. So no unknowns, nothing to worry about. So a1 we just got is 1 plus 59 times 3. And I'm too lazy to calculate that, so just know the thought process here. Okay, then third question, arithmetic sequence, and that's our sequence. Write down the value of the common difference d, just the consecutive terms. The next one minus the previous one, so that will be 2. So d is to 2, really easy. Find u10. Okay, u10, here we go again. General term formula, the specific term one. So u10 equals to u1 plus 10 minus 1 times d. First term is 3 plus 9 times 2, so that will be 21. Okay, so that's our u10. Okay, it's pretty messy here. I'm going to, going to erase this. Just going to write this is equal to 21. Okay, so S10, here we go again. S10, we have 2 formula to find the sum. And here, we're just going to use the first one because we already know all the elements, all the value of those elements included in our first formula. A plus A1 plus AN over 2. Okay, so we know n, that will be 10. A1, that will be 3 plus U10. U10 will be 21 over 2. And that's our answer here. And you just try to get your calculator out and calculate it. And then UN is this. Oh, let me just erase that, too messy, hard to concentrate. Okay, UN is that, and we're trying to find the value of n. So when you see, okay, that is a specific term, we're going to use, you know what is that, general term formula. So u1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, this is what we know. Okay, and then u1, what is u1 again? I have fish memory, really. Okay, 3 plus n minus 1 times common difference. What is common difference? 2. Okay, so here, one unknown, you have one unknown and you have one equation, so you can solve for the unknown. And I'm not going to do that here because I'm trying to save more time for our video, or the video is going to be too long. Okay, so then the fourth question in the arithmetic sequence, u1 is 100, u16 is that. We're trying to find u7. So as what I said earlier, if you see this kind of things, just think of it first. So you might going to express it in another form. So u7, what is u7? So u7 equals to u1 plus 6d. So we know u1, but we don't know d. So we're going to use the information provided previously to find the value of d, of course. So u16 equals to u1 plus 15d. Okay, so now great. One unknown, one equation. 145 equals to 100 plus 15d. So 45 equals to 15d. So d equals to 3. Okay, so d is 3. So now we go back to this one again. So u1 plus d. So u1 is 100 plus 60. So plus 18. So that will be 118. So that will be our answer here. That's u7. The next one, in an arithmetic sequence, u1 is 3, d is 5. Oh, this is a really convenient one. Why? Because you can see in those previous questions, all we're trying to do is that we're trying to find, what is u1? Or what is the common difference d? And here they already gave us those values here. So our life will be much easier. So the first one, the first 4 terms, easy. 3, then 3 plus 5. 3 plus 2 times 5, and 3 plus 3 times 5. Okay, the 100th term, specific term. Too easy, right? So u1 plus n minus 1 times d. So u1 is what we're trying to find, so that will be u100. So u1 is 3 plus n. What is n? 100. So n minus 199 times the common difference, 3. So that'll be 5. So if you calculate the value for this, then you are going to get the answer. And then proceed to our next question. Okay, so if you think that I'm going too fast, just pause the video and think of the questions on your own first, and then proceed the video again and try to make sure that the answer that you got is correct. Okay, so here an arithmetic sequence u1, u2, u3, all consecutive, and the first one is what is the common difference? Easy. The next term minus the previous term. Next term minus the previous term, so that will give us -8. So d equals to -8 because it's decreasing by -8 when you're going to your next term. Okay, so the next one, u8, what is u8? So specific term again, u8 equals to u1 plus 7d. That will be 40 plus 7 times -8. So that will be 40 minus 56, so that will be -16. That will be your answer here. And then S8, we're going to choose one of them. So we already know N, we already know A1, we already know AN, so no hesitation. 8, and this will be, that will be 40, and then times U8. So U8, you already got it, so that will be -16. So when you're adding up a negative number, so what you do is that you are going to add a bracket here. As you can see here, you're going to add a bracket here. So that will look really nice and that will look really formal. So you don't write 40 plus minus 16. That would look really, really weird, really. Okay, and that's when you calculate it, you will get your answer. So, the next one, oh, a bonus round. What is a bonus round? Bonus round, it just means that this question is going to be a little bit harder. So, the majority of the questions that I have shown you until now, they're all from the past paper exam of the IB. This one also is from the past paper from the IB. And then is that it's a bonus round because this problem is classified as a medium question, which means that it has some level of difficulty here, but don't worry, don't panic. Okay, let's do the problem. Arithmetic sequence, nice and easy. This is the U1, this is the U2, and K greater than 1, AB greater than 0, obviously. So D, what is D? So the next term minus the previous term, so U2 minus U1, so that will be log KB minus log KAB. And we know how the logs work, so we're just going to do it quickly here. So B over AB, we cancel out a B, so that will be log K. A to the power of -1. So we know how logs work. You move the -1 to the front, and then there'll be negative log K A. Is that the answer? Yes, that is our answer. Okay, let me erase this. Too messy. Okay, the next one. Whoa, what is this? What is this thing? Looks so messy, right? Don't worry. So let's read the question first. A is this value, B is this value, and we're trying to find the value of this thing. What is this? This is what we call a sigma sign. And I did not include this in our previous video because I genuinely think the concept of this is really easy to understand. Okay, what does this mean? So sigma, okay, let me give you an example here. So n equals to 1, that will be 10. Let's say that we're going to do 2 times n. What is that equals to? So what this means here is that you are starting, so the value of n, you have n here, right? So the value of your n starts from 1, ends at 10. So this number is when you end. So you end at 10 and you start at 1. And the process, when you get from 1 to 10, you progress slowly by adding 1 to each of your terms. What does that mean? It means that, so the first term, your n equals to 1, and then your n equals to 2, and then your n equals to 3, blah, blah, blah. They're all integers, and the next term is always 1 bigger than your previous one, and that's how sigma works. So let's write this. So wait, first term 2 times 1 plus, you're going to plus, right? You're going to add up those things. 2 times 2, so in this case n is 2, so 2 times 3, in this case n is 3, here n is 1, so you're going to add up blah, 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 until 2 times 10. So you add up all these values, then you will get the value of your sigma stuff. Okay, really nice and easy. So what are we doing here? We're going to find a sum, right? We're going to find a sum here. So a really important thing is that when you're trying to find a sum, so let me write it here as n equals to n times u1 plus u10 over 2. We know our n, we know our u1, we know 2. But however, since they have provided us with new values, so we're going to try to find out what is happening here. Okay, let's see. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not going to use the equation here. I might going to use the next one, but not sure yet. Let's test it out. So u1 in this case will be log k, and this k to the power 4 times k to the power 16. That will leave us with k to the power 20, and we know how logs work. So u1 is 20. Woohoo, what a nice number. And u2, what is u2? So log k. So in u2 we only have b, so k to the power of 16, and that will just be 16. So u1 and u2 minus 4, so that will be our common difference d. Wait, I think I'm being too fast here. Wait. So d is negative 4. Alrighty. What do we know now? So we know our a1, we know our n, we know our d. What we're going to use, we're using the second one. So a1 times n plus n times n minus 1 over 2 times d. And then a1, what is your a1? 20 times n, what is your n? 10. Then there's 90 over 2 times your common difference d, that will be negative 4. So if you calculate the value for this one, you will get your answer. And I'm not going to do that here because I think this video is getting a bit too long. Okay, so at this point, you might find that, oh, arithmetic sequence problems is not hard at all, and you are absolutely correct. And even though you find it kind of hard, just remember what I have been reminding you when I'm doing these problems. So it's all about the logic and mindsets. So if you do more problems, you will be more familiar with like your thought processes. So when you're doing this like kind of a little bit hard question, what you are trying to do here is not to master this question. You are not doing the question because you want to know how to do this question. You do the question. The purpose of you do a question is to figure out how does the logic behind this work, how does the concept that you have learned apply here, how are those the application of the concept that you have learned. So what you are trying to do here is that you're trying to find, oh, when I'm doing this kind of problems, what do I think of when I see those kind of things? What should I be thinking of when I see all those those forms and all those expressions? What should I be thinking of, and what should I do first? Those are the kind of things that you want to figure out when you do a lot of problems. Yeah, and that will be my advices here. And that's all from Dandelion today. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. And if you would like to stay tuned for further videos, please click subscribe. And I will see you next time.